Listen up, most entrepreneurs are trapped in their own businesses, working 8-hour weeks and wondering why they can't scale. But here's the truth. There are only 8 specific frameworks that a business needs to run on autopilot and make you money while you sleep. Without these frameworks, a business can't scale effectively or make you financially free. I use these exact systems today to run multiple companies that generate millions of dollars where I'm not involved day to day. This is what I've learned spending time with some of the richest people on the planet. So if you're ready to stop being a prisoner to your own business and start building something that actually works for you, stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll have that complete blueprint. The first framework is a 10-8-10 rule. Most people never understand how to get free from their business because they think they need to be involved in everything. Here's how it works. The first 10% is ideation. This is where you collaborate with your team on the core concept, positioning, and strategy. You're involved here because this is high-level creative work. The next 80% is execution, and here's the key. You're not involved. This is production, implementation, and the detailed work. Your team handles this completely. The final 10% is integration and review. You come back in to review the final product and guide how it gets implemented or launched. Take this video as an example. The first 10% was sitting with my team, identifying the concept, positioning the key points. The 80%, all the production, setup, editing, that's handled by others. The last 10% is what I review, the final cut, and decide how we promote it. Steve Jobs mastered this with John Ivey. They collaborated on the vision. Johnny would handle all the prototyping and development. Then Steve would present the finished product on stage. Most people tell themselves, I'm different, I'm artistic, nobody can do it like me. That's just a story you're telling yourself to stay stuck. The sooner you address this, the sooner you'll build a business that actually scales. Framework number 2 is a drip matrix. Every task in your business sits on 2 axes, money and energy. On the energy axis, you have green energy work that lights you up, stuff you probably do for free. Then you have red energy, tasks that drain you, feel like a chore. On the money axis, you have $10 tasks that need to get done but don't make you money, versus $1,000 tasks that directly generate revenue. This creates 4 quadrants. D is for delegation, red energy, low money tasks. R is for replacement. As you grow, you replace yourself in areas where others can own the work. I is for investment. This is where you invest your bought back time into things that light you up and make you money. P is for production. This is where your sweet spot, work you love that generates serious revenue. If you could do this for the rest of your life, you would never need to retire. The goal is to spend all of your time in that top right corner, the production quadrant. When you do this, it's impossible to feel overwhelmed or grow to hit your business. Framework 3 is ATF, audit, transfer, and fill. Some people delegate everything and then call me saying they have nothing to do. That's not the point. You buy back your time to reinvest it strategically. Audit. Look at your 2 weeks. Highlight everything red, drains energy, yellow neutral, and green energizes you. Then evaluate the cost. $1 signs for cheap tasks, $4 signs for expensive ones. Take everything that's red or yellow and $1 and $2 signs, that's your next hire. Transfer. Use what I call the camcorder method. Record yourself doing the work, talking out loud. Create 3 or 5 recordings so when you hire someone, they can get trained without taking your time. Fill your calendar with production and investment activities, things that light you up, make you money, and make you better. Most people struggle with these 2 things, fear of letting go and not believing they're worth investing in themselves. Those 2 beliefs will keep you playing small forever. Chapter 4, the camcorder method. Let me break it down, the camcorder method, in detail because this is how you ensure work stays off your plate forever. Step 1, outline the process you want to delegate. Step 2, identify criteria. What makes it done right? Maybe it's branding consistency, timing, quality standards. Step 3, collect examples, best work you've done, worst examples, any training materials. Step 4, record yourself doing the work while talking through your thought process. Use Loom, Zoom, whatever works. Step 5, transfer. Have them watch all videos for 3 to 4 days that create their own SOPs to prove they understand. Step 6, review using your original criteria to coach them to excellence. If you follow these 6 steps, it's impossible for delegated work to end up back on your plate. Framework 5 is a 50 to fix it rule. I once coached a CEO who was approving every transaction in his company. He was the bottleneck because everything rolled up to him. Here's a solution. Anyone on my team can spend up to $50 to solve a problem without permission. They just have to tell the manager afterward. For me, managers can spend $500, directors $5,000, and executives $50,000, all without pre-approval, just with post-communication. This might sound scary, But here's what happens. People spend money to fix frustrated customers, replace vendors who don't show up, hire contractors when internal people are slow. That spending gives you feedback about what's broken in your business. The revenue this generates by empowering your team to solve problems instantly will far outweigh the money spent. Plus, your business runs while you're on vacation because people can make decisions without you. Chapter 6, the 1-3-1 rule. I hired an HR guy named Adam who needed to hire 13 people in a quarter. He came to me overwhelmed, asking how to do it. I said, Adam, I didn't hire you to tell you how to do your job. You have a 1-3-1. Here's how it works. 1, define the problem crystal clear. A well-defined problem is half solved. 3, present 3 viable options you're considering. This shows you've done your homework. 1, give me your number 1 recommendation and why. Most of the time, I just agree and empower them to move forward. If everyone who comes to you with a problem has to present their 1-3-1, you build a business that runs without you. Why? Because you're pushing decisions down to the people with the most information to actually solve the problem. Framework 7 is transformational leadership. Early in my business, I was doing transactional leadership, telling people what to do, checking if it got done, telling them what to do next. Most people hit this wall and either will sell, sabotage, or stall their growth. Transformational leadership has 3 steps. Step 1, define the outcome, not the process. Paint the picture of success, what it looks like, feels like, who's involved. Step 2, choose a measurement so they know if they're making progress. Step 3, coach them when they miss the mark. Use one-on-ones to train them up. Over 6 to 12 months, your team gets better and better, requiring less of your time. You build leaders, not task followers. Remember, build the people will build your business. Chapter 8, the coach framework. This final framework is coach, how to develop your people without repeating yourself constantly. C, core issue. Don't attack the behavior, address the principle, they violate it. O, actual story. Share your own story or example of how you learned this lesson. A, ask for change. Based on what you shared, what will they do differently? For example, when I started, I used to rush through work and had to do everything twice. My boss told me sometimes we go slow to go fast. That one lesson saved me 10 hours a week based on what I shared. What's one thing you'll do differently? When people build the plan, they don't fight the plan. Your job is to present information compellingly so they commit to change. There you have it, the 8 frameworks to build a business that runs itself. The 10-8-10 rule, the drip matrix, the ATF process, the camcorder method, the 50 to fix it rule, the 1-3-1 rule, the transformational leadership, the coach framework. The truth is, the world won't get easier. You get better. If you want to make more money and have more freedom, you need to add the skills, habits, and beliefs that allow you to scale. Most people don't believe they're worth investing in themselves, so they never get exposed to new ideas. Don't let that be you. If you want to learn the only 4 skills you need to build $1 billion company, click the link below. I'll see you on the other side. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment with which framework you're implementing first, and let's build businesses that actually work for us, not against us.